wanted to bring you in because the cars.gov, and I recommend, America, you do not try this at home. I'm going to show it to you. This is somebody else's computer. I took it from their office because I wouldn't do this on mine.
Yeah.
Cars.gov. This actually came in a tip from what I call a constitutional watchdog. I'm asking my radio listeners earlier this week to watch these things because 10 million eyes on radio and God knows how many millions of eyes here on television watching things that we can't watch. This is a frightening...
It really is.
Yeah.
So people shouldn't go on it right now while you're doing it.
Do not do this at home. Trust me, you'll understand why. Okay, can you take a shot here of this, Oscar? Here is cars.gov. Let's say you go in, if I understand this right, I go in and I say, I want to turn in my clunker. The dealer goes to cars.gov, and then they hit submit transaction. Here it says Privacy Act and Security Statement. And you're just like, oh, it's a Privacy Act of 1974. Whatever, I agree. Now, this is how bad this system is. It probably won't pull up because the system is so overwhelmed. You know, it wasn't a $19 million website.
Right, exactly.
So, it's not going to pull up now, watch. It's thinking, it's trying really hard. Let me show you what it does say when you pull it up. Can you bring up the full screen on what it says? A warning box comes up, and it says, this application provides access to the DOT car system. When logged onto the car system, your computer is considered a federal computer system, and it is property of the United States government, or any or all uses of this system, and all files on this system may be intercepted, monitored, recorded, copied, audited, inspected, and disclosed to authorized cars, DOT, law enforcement personnel, as well as authorized officials of other agencies, both domestic and foreign. Good God Almighty!
Could it be any more broad and frightening? Here you are trying to be a good citizen and make a charitable contribution, do something that's good, and guess what? They are jumping right inside you, seizing all of your personal and private information.
Yeah, not
and
just that.
It's absolutely legal, Glenn.
There's
nothing.
You know what? In a million years, I wouldn't click continue.
You can't.
You can't.
Because guess what? They can continue to track you basically forever. Once they've tapped into your system, the government of course has like malware systems and tracking cookies, and they can tap in anytime they want. Now look, I'm not suggesting that the government engages in any kind of nefarious activity.
No, that would be crazy.
I wouldn't do that. But you know what? They said for any intended use, purpose, foreign, domestic. It's so broad that they can just about do anything with it, saying that it's in the government's interest because they're trying to protect against fraud and that type of thing.
I have to tell you, I mean...
Can you believe that? I mean, seriously, they get all your information.
Yes, actually I do, because I know who our czars are now, and I think this collection of these czars, these are evil people. These are wicked, crazy, frightening people.
Yeah.
Jonah, where do you even go with this? Where do you even go with this?
The thing is that we can separate out what the intent might or may not have been. I mean, maybe this is just someone being really stupid in the federal government.
No.
But the reality of it is, it's possible. Look, it's possible.
Really? Is it? Okay, you're right.
Look, as a conservative...
Tell me Goldilocks.
Look, as a conservative, you always have to hold out the possibility that government people are just stupid rather than evil.
No. Let me tell you something. You know what? I went down that road, Jonah. I went down that road for a long time. But all of this stuff fits together. When you see the czars that they're putting up there, it all makes sense. These are people that just think that they're smarter than us and not only have to take care of us, but they need to make sure that they take care of the things they need to take care of because it's better for the collective.
No, I agree that this is all very troubling. And look, let me give you a hard example of this. Say you use Skype or some other internet phone system, right? If you're on the phone while logged in on this thing, according to the lawyer I talked to before, Kim can verify this, the government can legally listen to your phone call. Good. It can check out what websites you've been searching.
That's
because
correct.
It says that your government the computer is the government's property.
Correct. It's legal. There is nothing that you can do about it.
If you log onto this at your home, everything in your home is now theirs?
Basically, and there's nothing you can do to challenge it.
Well, not your couch, just your computer.
Yeah, you may not like the language, it may be off-putting, but it's completely legal. They're well within their recourse to do so, and it's very broad. It's like an octopus that keeps like regenerating tentacles every 5 seconds.
Right. America, we're going to do more on this on Monday. Thank you very much. I mean, I can't...
Don't do it.
You tell me what it means. What is this picture adding up to? Now, as if, people flocking to auto dealerships to buy cars using government money wasn't enough proof that the recession is completely over. What are you, nuts? Take a look at the cover of Newsweek magazine. It's right there. The recession is over. It's on the cover. Well, I've been waiting for a conservative organ like Newsweek to come out and say it, because we've all been thinking it, and as soon as I saw it, I could hear the collective cheer from the people standing in the unemployment lines. And they just went home. I mean, they're like, the storm is over, No 9.5% unemployment to see here. No, keep moving, people. Everything's great. Never mind that the first 12 months of the U.S. recession saw the economy shrink more than twice as much as previously estimated. America, your pain is over. Let the healing begin. Let's have a Bud Light together and a really big picnic table. Peter Schiff is here to take the shine off of that rose. The president of Euro-Pacific Capital and the author of the book Crash Proof, How to Profit from the Coming Economic Collapse. I don't even know where to begin, Peter.
Well, Glenn, the recession might be coming to an end. The problem is the depression is just getting started.
Yeah, you know what? I've been saying this on the radio show for a while, and America, I need you to hear this clearly. What is coming is a temporary good time, don't you think? I mean, not good time, but you'll start to see signs where things are like, okay, well, maybe.
Well, kind of like the high that you get when you do too much drugs. The stimulus is like an artificial stimulant that gets us deeper into debt. Remember, we're in trouble because we took on too much debt.
Right.
Well, now we have even more debt than when the recession began.
Let me show the looming liabilities here, and Peter, explain what this is over here. By the way, do we have pictures of bunny rabbits or puppy dogs or something that we can show on this side there? Oh, look at that, it's a baby seal. It's a happy thought. Just go to your happy place. Just find your happy place when you have to. Okay, looming liabilities. Explain this.
Well, I guess this is the debt as a percentage of our GDP, but that doesn't even tell the complete picture.
No, I know that. I'm just saying but if you look at 07, 9, 10, and 14,
yeah, it's growing.
We're at 110% of our debt has grown to 110%, but that doesn't include health care, that doesn't include...
It doesn't include the unfunded liabilities, but it also doesn't reflect the fact that so much of our GDP is phony. 70% of it is consumers spending money.
Yeah.
Well, where are they getting that money? They're borrowing it. Our GDP can collapse overnight, but the debt's still there. And everything that we're doing to fight the recession is making it worse. I mean, you just talked about that cash for clunkers bill. Can you think of anything more stupid than taking fully paid for cars that work and paying people to destroy them so that they can borrow more money to buy cars they can't afford?
But
I mean, that's like destroying the pigs.
You were one of the first in the nation to talk about this nightmare that was coming, and you have been ridiculed. And God bless you. You have been ridiculed for years because when the party was going on, you were like, "Hey guys, maybe we should turn the lights down on the party and maybe close it up a little early here." And you were right. You and I both know that if we stop spending, if the government stops spending, because this is all bogus now, we're toast. So what these weasels in Washington are doing is doing the same thing that they did in the former Soviet Union. You let the party go as long as you can till the transformation of this nation is ready, and then you transform it into something else.
Well, maybe if we stop spending, the politicians are toast, but we're toast if we keep spending. The only way to get a real recovery going is to do the opposite of what we did to get into this mess. We have to start saving, we have to start producing, and we can't do that if the government is force-feeding more debt into the economy.
Okay, Peter, somebody asked me today, they said, Glenn, I know you hate all the politicians and everything else. Who do you believe in? Who do you trust? The answer is you, the American people. I mean, I don't understand how we don't get who we are. We can take pain. We took September 11th. We can take blow after blow after blow. It's not the country. It's not money. It's not fame. It's not fortune. It's nothing. It is the entrepreneurial spirit. It is the people. If we fall, we'll make it. We'll help each other out, and then we'll rebuild. It's like the government has no confidence that we could do anything on our own.
Other countries have done it. I mean, countries have had to come back from losing wars. Look at Japan and Germany after the Second World War. I mean, we're not in that bad a shape, and if they can dig out of that hole, we can obviously dig out of this hole, but we can't do it if the government takes our shovels away from us. I mean, look at all the problems they created during the 1930s. We had a depression for over a decade because Roosevelt and first Hoover would not let us feel the pain.
We're not in the same situation that we were then. We didn't have all this debt.